Hey everyone, my name is David Dunbar, or the theme park evangelist. So today I was supposed to go to the Cincinnati Zoo. Sorry, hair is getting a little long, but you know how that is. I was gonna go get a haircut today as well. So let's just put it this way: the reason why the Cincinnati Zoo didn't work out is because of the fact that I literally just got my car not too long ago, and by the time I would have gotten to the Cincinnati Zoo, assuming I went straight there, it would have been after 3 o'clock. Now I need to leave for Bible study at 5:30, so that means I would have had to leave the Cincinnati Zoo a little after 5 in order to get there on time, depending on traffic and everything. And of course, I would have had to put in my GPS how to get to the Cincinnati Zoo because last time I went there was on December 7th, 2020, which was Pearl Harbor Day 2020, and Alan was driving, so I didn't even have to drive that day. I could have, but I chose not to. Surprisingly, the parking was free that night. Normally, there is parking. I just discovered it's about $10, which is really interesting. And then, of course, on top of that, admission, I was looking about $20. So that's where I came up with $30. I posted all that on Facebook. I know not everybody that watches my YouTube channel goes on my Facebook page, but I was like, well, first of all, we got one major problem here, which is the fact that I would only get to spend 2 hours there, if that, and I wasn't going to get my $30 worth. There was no way. Next week, I possibly could, but I'm also doing finals next week as well, so I wasn't about to do that. So it was like, yeah, not happening. The other thing that I wanted to do today was go get my haircut, but of course I completely forgot at this point. Is it really worth it? I mean, I just spent um, several hundred, or I shouldn't say several hundred, a few $100s on car repairs, which is another reason why I'm not going to the Cincinnati Zoo today. Not to mention yesterday was Mother's Day, so I really didn't want to spend the money anyways. So it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, I was kind of disappointed because I was really looking forward to going to Cincinnati Zoo today. I really had my heart set on it. But, at the same time, like, did I really want to spend $30 just to go for a couple of hours? I knew I had a lot of stuff going on this morning at the car, and I wanted to work out with my dad this morning anyway, so, things just don't always happen the way we want them to. But here comes the good news. If things go well, let's see here, next Monday is the 17th. Let me think here. Yeah, next Monday is the 17th. That means the following Monday is the 24th, and then finally the following Monday after that is the 31st. So, as of right now, the current plan for me is not next Monday, but the following, or not even the following Monday after that, but the following Monday after that. I'm supposed to go to Kings Island. So here's what's kind of frustrating for me is the fact that I could potentially take that Friday off if I had really wanted to. But at the same time, that's also Memorial Day weekend. I don't want to take any time off from the Ark Encounter and hurt them. I would have done the same thing for Meyer. I would not have taken the time off. I would have waited until one of my normal days off and then just gone out to Kings Island. It's fine. I'll be okay. I can wait. But I'm also kind of frustrated because I'm going to get a day off just before Memorial Day, but I won't be able to go out to Kings Island yet. Now, I might consider going to the Cincinnati Zoo on the 24th. Depends on how much money I have and depends on what I have going on that day. I will be done with college by that point for at least the time being, for the next couple of weeks anyway. So I might go then. We'll see. No promises or anything. I do want to go at least one time over the next few months just to go see it in the daytime, and I still want to go back again for Christmas again, like I did last year. But regardless, I do at least want to pay off a little bit more money on my credit card before then, and I do want to have at least a little more money saved up before I go again. And the good news is that week I would get paid again, if I'm not mistaken. So I get paid this Friday, and then I get paid 2 Fridays from this Friday. So that should work out. So I don't really see why that Monday wouldn't work out. Because I kind of feel bad about doing 3 at-home vlogs and all in a row. I don't mind doing it today because of everything that happened today, and then next Monday is finals week. So I really didn't want to go anywhere next Monday anyway. And then, of course, the next Monday I forgot I have nothing to do. So I possibly might move it to next Monday. Or sorry, not next Monday, 2 weeks from today. But we'll see what happens. I might do something else. I don't know yet. And then obviously, starting at the very end of the month, beginning of next month, is when I'll start doing the Kings Island vlogs. I'm supposed to go back to college by June 7th or something like that. I don't remember exactly. So my plan for going to Kings Island is I'm going to at least look and see, at least on the Monday when I can start my class, I should be able to access the information on the Sunday or the Monday and see what needs to be done, see how difficult the class is going to, or 2 classes are going to be. I'm going to be working on a anatomy and physiology class. It's 2 in 1. And then the other one was going to be a college success class I'm going to be in. So those are my 2 classes I'm going to be taking this summer. It's the last time I'm going to be taking 2 classes. I don't know if it's going to be as difficult as this summer or as this semester has been. I've been having a very interesting time trying to find time for YouTube, and then of course trying to find time for both of my classes. And of course I have to work on top of that. So just this semester alone, the English class has been nothing but papers pretty much the entire time. And last week I spent about 5 days just alone working on a paper for abortion, just trying to defend the whole pro-life thing. And I kept using different examples of like how other people feel about abortion and all that. So I used the liberal perspective, the conservative perspective. I used how different states view abortion. I also did the whole pro-life versus pro-choice thing because I was also using my sociology class as an example. The sociology class has literally been nothing but reading, as crazy as that is. So that's also been taking up a lot of my time. But I've been managing through. I literally finish this semester 2 weeks from yesterday, so exactly 13 more days. And then I'll be done with this semester that I'm currently on right now. I actually have a little free time, which is why I'm able to do YouTubing again, because I spent 5 days working on the abortion paper. I already turned it in late last Friday night, and I already got all my sociology homework done for last week. And now I have one more English paper left, which is my final one, which is ironically one of the easiest ones. All I have to do is talk about what my favorite paper was and all that fun stuff. I'm like, oh, of course, the final paper is the easiest. And then sociology, I've got to do a little bit more reading, another discussion post, and then I have to do my final paper. I get to choose a topic that I learned over the semester and then write about it. I already figured out what I want to do on social interaction, being autistic and all that fun stuff. A society sees people like myself very differently since I have autism. And ironically, most people would never know I have autism, especially when like I'm YouTubing and I'm out at the theme parks just showing everybody around, like, here's something you can do. Here's an event you should check out. And then I'm always like giving recommendations. I never force people upon those kind of things. I'm very good about keeping my eyes focused on the camera. I'm sure you guys have noticed over the years that I have significantly improved, and I'm sure you guys have noticed there's a huge difference between the way TJ and I YouTube. Like, whenever I'm YouTubing, I always keep the camera focused on me. I always try to speak very clearly. I always try to give lots of information. Sometimes I talk a little too much, but I'm supposed to be the YouTuber. I'm supposed to be the one that has all the information. Sometimes I do try to stay a little quieter and I just let you guys kind of listen. But I know that sometimes you need to not necessarily have just background noise. Sometimes you were like, okay, I need someone to tell me what's going on too, which is why I talk. So I can give you guys like answers and here and there. Versus, I'm sure you guys have noticed that sometimes I'll have TJ try something out for his first time. Let's say, for example, the Manny's Original Chop House. I took him there first time not too long ago, and I asked him like, "What do you think about this?" And he just goes, "Good." That's just usually how he responds. But that doesn't mean that's all he thinks about it. He's thinking more up here, and he'll usually go and tell me later in private, more about what he thought about that, or he'll message it to me, but he's not very good with words, versus I can usually think more about what's going on in my mind. Now, if I'm not really stressed out, I'm very good about coming to somebody and telling them what's going on. Versus if I'm at work, I tend to be a little more on the quiet side because I tend to be so focused on what's going on. Sometimes I get so stressed out that it's a little hard for me to communicate with someone. But I'm still able to do it. Anyway, enough of the autistic lecture. I wanted you guys to know why I chose that topic. But anyway, that's kind of what's going on with college. And then I got one more semester at the end of the year, which is on public speaking, which is something I definitely need more practice with. When I worked at Meijer, I got told so many times by customers, I can barely hear you. Most of the time I can tell you it's because of the fact that I tend to be monotone. Even with the mask on, I tend to be monotone. Sometimes I do tend to talk a little quieter. Sometimes I talk too loud. So I don't know it in between whatsoever. And there's a lot of older customers that would come through the line. Meijer is already a very, very loud environment. And when you have a monotone customer in front of you, employee, and that employee has to wear a mask, it makes their speech that much quieter. So a lot of the times I would drop my mask so they could hear me better. I already thought I was talking pretty loud, but I guess not. And I always use the excuse, well, I'm very monotone, plus I don't talk very loud on top of that. So, I mean, that's pretty much the same thing. But also don't forget to mention the fact that I was wearing the mask, so it was very hard to hear me too. And I am starting to notice that less and less people are wearing a mask around here. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. I know a lot of people are getting the COVID vaccine and they're like, no, I can be mask free and all that fun stuff. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. Answers in Genesis is still required by Bashir to put up the mask signs and play mask or announcements, but that doesn't mean that all the guests are going to come in and wear a mask. I mean, I actually see more people wearing and not wearing a mask than wearing a mask. I mean, and sometimes it's kind of strange, like I'm working on the arc itself now, and I'm literally standing there with a mask over my face, and all these people are walking around without a mask on, and I had a couple or a family, I should say, from Texas approach me and kind of gave me a hard time about about wearing the mask, and all I could say to them was, we're required by Bashir to play the announcements and to put up signage, but that's as far as we're allowed to go, and that's it. And a lot of places are on the same level right now. A lot of places are required by Bashir to put up signage, and that's as far as they can go. I don't know if Bashir can legally fine people in this state, in Kentucky, that is, for not putting up signage, or I should say, at least not people not wearing the mask into their businesses. But I know Bashir can find a place for not making it publicly known that you have to wear a mask. That's as far as I know the governor can go. Now, Ron DeSantis, on the other hand, in Florida, will not make wearing a mask statewide ordinance. And there's no longer a statewide emergency either. And they're trying to get rid of the mask ordinance even in local areas. So Florida's definitely starting to go back to normal. I mean, come on, Disney and Universal just dropped their temperature checks like within the past week. So it's just a matter of time before the mask ordinance in all of Florida is completely gone. Just give it till the end of the year, and Florida should be 100% back to normal. They're saying that Florida's already 100% back to normal. I'm going to say it's about 75% back to normal now. Because some areas like Orlando and Tampa are still not quite there yet. But it's almost there, like literally almost there. I'm going to Kings Island at the end of the month. I'm going to have a face mask in my back pocket. I do not have to wear one unless I should say, I go inside of an indoor attraction or unless I go into an indoor restaurant. A couple of my friends are unsure how they're going to enforce this, so that ought to be an interesting situation. Kings Island has completely dropped all of the temperature checks. They decided this before they decided to announce that they're going to reopen. And Kings Island has decided, as of right now, they're going to bring back last year's Halloween event, but they're still trying to bring back Halloween Haunt, and they're already talking about bringing back Winterfest. That's what I've heard anyway so far. So that's what we're going with. And Lord willing, their summer event, whatever it's called again, I feel like I should know this. And I just literally posted on my Facebook too. Oh yeah, Grand Carnival. Grand Carnival should be going on, which is why I went ahead and posted on my Facebook page saying that I was going to go ahead and check it out. So hopefully it's going on. I will find out when I go at the end of the month, if not the beginning of next month, depending on when I got off from work. I could be working on Memorial Day. Hopefully I won't be, and I'll be able to go. It depends on when I'm working. If I, for whatever odd reason, I'm working on the 30th, which is a Sunday, then I'll get the 31st and the 1st off, which means that I probably will end up just going on the 31st. Since it's a holiday, there wouldn't be any Bible study anyway, since it's a holiday. And I would not mind going to the theme park on a holiday, to be honest. That's just me. The only reason why I wouldn't go is if my parents, for whatever odd reason, decided to invite my brother and I over. And then I would just end up going the next day instead, when it's a little quieter out. But time will tell. That's why I said either then or then. And that's what I'm going with. I'm going to take a little break, and then we're going to do another Life as a Working Disney Cast Member series, since I'm kind of behind and I really want to get this over and done with. But I gave you guys lots to think about. So in today's vlog, I covered how I'm going back to Kings Island again at the end of the month. I also discussed why I'm not going to Cincinnati Zoo, but I am still considering... Oh, hello. Going probably in the next couple of weeks. And also for Christmas. I should also mention that I'm probably going to buy a season pass at the beginning of next year, and then just holding on to it for the entire year, because it's about $70 after tax, and then it's good for the entire. Well, I just said that, but it's free general admission. You also can get a friend in for free every single time, and it's free admission to the Christmas event. It should include free parking. I'm not 100% sure, and it also includes discounts on food and beverage and general merchandise. So I think it would be worth it by that point. It would be a nice late Christmas present, so that's probably what I'm going to get myself. And sometime this week, I'm going to get myself a new Answers in Genesis mug because I just discovered the one I asked my dad to buy me expired, and technically they're still allowing me to go around using it, and I kind of feel bad. So since I work at the Ark Encounter anyway, and I work on deck 3, so the very last deck that you can publicly view, or see, I should say, probably on my lunch break either tomorrow or sometime this week, I will buy the new mug, put it in my locker, and just take it home with me afterwards. I know I'll probably get a weird look and going, why are you buying that? You get free drinks whenever you work. In the event that I come back here as a guest, I don't want to keep using this one. It technically doesn't work. Technically, I'm not supposed to use it anymore. Hopefully, the employee just won't say any words to me at all, and will just, roll her eyes at me if anything, and just let me just do whatever. I mean, like, I would rather do the right thing, buy the new mug, and just have it in the event that I come back as a guest, because I am planning on coming as a guest still from time to time, but I'll keep the day 6 one in the event that I come to work. But yeah, that's just me. Anyways, I'm going to take that little break now, and I will see you guys in the next vlog, which is my Life as a Working Disney Cast Member series. And always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great day. Peace out.